Getting one game of this into it, and then we will be finishing this series in the morning. So we are finally into it. Wood5 is going to be the blue team this side. They're going to start off by banning out Nami. And
they saw those games.
Oh yeah. Well, they got a randomly they got chosen to get a bye into this next round. So they were able to sit back and see some of the awesome plays that we saw last game. I really expect Renekton to come out next as a ban. Maybe not next, but he's going to be banned. There's no way that after watching that last game and seeing the damage Renekton was doing and just the smart plays he was making, they're going to have to ban that out.
Exactly, but there are a few other ones that they want to ban out. Nunu, a very strong one indeed.
Yeah, they played an amazing Nunu in that first game. On the other side, they're going to go ahead and ban out Sona. Rockblood was going through a little bit of his match history. It looks like he plays quite a bit of Sona.
Very strong.
And they're going to go ahead and ban out Twisted Fate. This is actually the third time in a row they've banned out Twisted Fate.
Just that worldly pressure is very very strong.
The global ultimate coming in with the teleport and being able to see everyone is just ridiculously strong. And they're going to go ahead and ban out Zac, so they actually leave Renekton open, and I wonder if they're actually going to first pick it.
They could. I don't know. Banning out Shen as well, actually. I don't know if that's against Ayermi or not. But
I can't remember which one is exactly their...
Thresh.
Who's their top lane again?
Ayermi. They made it
I
so
thought Ayermi was their AD carry.
Nope.
No, okay, apparently he's their top lane.
They did it in LCS order for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So anyways, you're actually going to go ahead and
Thresh.
first pick Thresh. Very, very strong choice to pick up. One of the strongest supports in the game right now. And it looks over on the other side, they're going to go ahead and hover over Ezreal and a Jarvan the fourth.
Jarvan would be really nice for that early aggression, really, and being able to give out those like level 2 ganks, level 3 ganks.
Yeah, having that the EQ combo, being able to throw the flag down and jump to it while knocking up everyone in your path is so strong early game, and hitting one of those can almost guarantee you first blood.
Exactly, and actually locking in that Ezreal, I don't know if it's going to go blue build or not. Blue build is, it's got nerfed a little bit, so it's a little bit harder for them. Of course, then you have Thresh, who's actually really strong as well. Bringing a lot to the table as a support, and I'm surprised that Thresh wasn't banned actually, and actually picking up the Caitlyn as well.
Yeah, so they go ahead and get Caitlyn and Elise. Lacking Strategies played a really great Elise last game, so that's not going to be going to them.
Actually, that was Shut Up Meg.
Oh, that was.
Yep.
That was Shut Up Meg. My apologies for that. I'm going to get a notebook tomorrow so I can write all this down. So they're going. Oh, I really hope we see a LeBlanc here. LeBlanc is one of my favorite champions, and they do lock it in.
And actually,
really excited to see this.
And LeBlanc actually has had some pretty major changes with their ultimate and with the way that works. Instead of scaling off of the original ability, it actually scales off of its own ability, and so it's that QR combo isn't as strong as it used to be, and actually Talon being over and over.
Yeah, Talon would be a really great choice here. Being able to harass, poke, jump in, silence.
Yep.
I mean, it's the anti-mid.
Yep.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. And plus, he goes ahead and throws out the rake, which slows you, and he does extra damage when you're slowed. It just makes him such a deadly force to reckon with. We might be seeing a Skarner as well. It's been a while since I've seen one of them.
What rock did you crawl under? Skarner's really nice for picking people off. If they do lock in the Skarner,
there's the Renekton. Are we going to see it?
Take it
and
that
it
way.
is going to be the Renekton. So Renekton and Talon have been picked out.
That must just stink for them. I bet they're like, no, they took him away from us. And I'm thinking he might be like, let's show them how we really play Renekton. But that last game, Renekton did it so well, actually. Tsunami being on that Renekton, getting that Quadra and that Penta. And then obviously, this is going to be quite a bit of AD, but at least being AP in the jungle there, it's going to be really nice for them, really evening out the difference between the two. And then Ezreal, Leona, and Jarvan, that's actually a lot of lockdown. And wow, the Malphite.
See a Malphite. That is going to be really great. They have a lot of really good initiation here.
I am expecting the Wombo combo today.
Oh, man, it is going to be really nice. They're going to be able to go ahead and throw the Malphite ultimate to get in there, along with the dunk from Jarvan. Leona has her Zenith Blade plus her ultimate, and they're just going to go ahead and let Ezreal shoot at everyone.
Yep.
So this is a really great team comp they have.
He's actually looking to true shot barrage over everyone while the Wombo combo is going off, and that's just so much CC and then damage. And then obviously they can kite with Ezreal, and then LeBlanc can come in and do a ton of burst damage against one person or whatever. And it's just so much with that Malphite pick, being able to combo with Jarvan. And then I would have more of hoped for an Orianna to put on the ball and then just to do Shockwave and do a ton of damage with that. But of course, going to take that LeBlanc instead. And LeBlanc is really strong, but then they choose Talon. And they completely counters it, and Talon's just so strong with that silence.
All right, there we go. So we do see over on the side of Wood5, Ayermi has actually taken the teleport. So that's going to be really nice. It actually sounds like we're already having screaming out in the crowd. So, and that was actually Chad. Thanks for helping us out.
Calm down, Chad.
Chad's as excited as everyone else. So.
Exactly. This is his event.
So let's take a look at this Wood5 team, specifically their bot lane versus an Ezreal Leona. Ezreal Leona is such a great lane, but at the same time they have Thresh and Caitlyn.
And that's really going to be the biggest trouble, is that can they get that level 3 first, or can they just go all in and win that? Obviously Ezreal's just going to be able to farm with his Q. Pretty good tower farmer, but you really want to go all in on especially a poke comp like Caitlyn and Thresh.
Yeah.
Thresh is ranged compared to Leona's melee.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's going to be really hard for Leona to really get anything down without actually completely going all in.
Yeah. So, you know what? I think this Elise is going to start red buff and then actually move down with Thresh grabbing the hook first. And they're going to be able to go in pretty hard once Elise gets there. This might not happen. I'm
just speculating.
Just speculating, yes. But I think that would be a really smart move for her.
It would be, but also you want to give... there's so many others that you can give the advantage to. You give it to Renekton. I mean, Malphite, being that tanky anti-AD bruiser, it might be a little bit harder for him in lane because Malphite, his ground slam does scale off of armor. Yeah, so you could just build a ton of armor and be fine against Renekton. But on the so Elise might want to help out with him, while the other lanes are just going to do fine. I mean, you have Talon, who's going to be able to gap close and silence at the same time against LeBlanc, and then you have Caitlyn Thresh, who's going to poke all day against Ezreal and Leona. And so we're really gonna have to see the positions on these guys, because obviously there's not a whole lot of like a giant team fight potential out from Wood5, but lacking strategy. Then you have that wombo combo from them. But if they're too far behind and can't do enough damage, then it's not gonna count.
So we are only about 10 seconds away from getting into this game. Just want to remind everyone once again, this is the first game of a best of 3. We only have time to do this one game though. The rest of the series will continue in the morning because we have to be out of here by midnight. So
I wish not.
Yeah, that is a little unfortunate.
We all wish not, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with what we're given.
So we are going to be getting into the loading screen. I'm actually really excited to see how many people are actually still here. It's already 11 o'clock, and there's so many people out there still playing.
It's gamers. We're all gamers. We'll all stay here forever if we really wanted to. And wow, look at just those borders would be so daunting to me. I'd be like, oh, that's a diamond and a platinum, but they're actually all diamond, except for actually Raging Echo.
I could be wrong.
Rajin Gecko.
I think it's just supposed to be raging.
Either way.
I could be wrong.
Either way.
We'll ask him before tomorrow.
Yeah, before tomorrow we'll be like, is it Raging Echo or Rajin Gecko? Either way, it's a weird, like, What? Anyway. So going into this, I'm really excited to see how the underdogs are really going to be able to take this over, if they are. Obviously, I'm going to have to give it the lane phase to Wood5.
Yeah, definitely. You know, let's actually talk about the level 1 real quick. We have a lot of potential from both of these teams. To do quite a bit when it comes to their level 1. Do you think either of these teams are going to act on that, though?
Yes, with those arrows and the pings. I mean, you have the thresh hook.
Exactly.
And that is going to be the most key in the level 1. On the other side, you don't really have that much besides a complete melee stun out of Leona or a Zenith Blade. And while a hook is going to be a lot more effective, and that's how they know that they're going to win this team fight. And Renekton can actually get his stun, and whoa, they actually saw them.
Yeah, they do catch him out. These guys are going pretty deep. They know they have the better level 1.
Yep.
If they can send all 5 of them there. Actually, Talon just now getting there. It looks like maybe he was just sitting down here while I was watching everyone up here. But it does look...
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Everybody's just sneaking around.
Are they going to go over there? The pings are going down onto the blue. It does look like they're going to be going around. And this will be a nice 3-man gank there if they can pull this off.
Oh, boy.
They do have 5 people, though, going towards that blue buff. These guys have to be really careful here.
Extremely. Like, they knew that they might come to their blue because everybody backed off, and so they had no vision on Wood5, and so they said, well, they might go to our blue to try to counter them thinking that we're going for their blue. And as you can see, there's only 1 ward out for lacking strategy. That's really all they have. While on the other hand, they had one over by the other, but that obviously was the Traveler ward.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. It is now, it's going to be a 3v2. They don't have the vision, though.
Ooh.
They do now. We're going to have to see if they're going to get this. The rake comes across. That's going to blow off the shield from Malphite, and it looks like they realize they shouldn't be here, and they're just going to walk away.
And so
it looks like they're just going to go ahead and try to pick up this buff. And just get things going, really. They actually send...
sorry about that.
Oh, and we do have a pause here, unfortunately. So unfortunately, the failed gank just, or I shouldn't say gank, more of an invade. You can't really gank level 1 trying to grab a blue buff.
Yeah.
But it does look like they're gonna get away. Now here's something I could have sworn from last time. I am kind of bad at remembering names. It's one of the things I need to work on as a caster. But I did notice right before they went into the match that Malphite and Leona switched. And we are now seeing Leona, or not Leona, excuse me, LeBlanc. So Malphite and LeBlanc switched. So we do see LeBlanc up in the top lane. She's going to be going up against Renekton. Yeah. And that's actually going to be a lot better for her. Renekton is still going to be able to be a bully, but unfortunately she has the escape and she's not going to get silenced around every corner. So we're going to have to see how that works out. I actually think it is going to be pretty good for them. And that she's going to get a lot done up there. She's just going to need to farm, try to stay away, make sure to have her distortion to be able to get away. And as long as she has that, I think she's really going to be fine.
And she's really going to be able to bully Renekton with that. Renekton is a really good bully against bruisers. And against people or reigns that don't have huge escapes, like a Teemo or anybody like that. But as soon as he slices, she's going to get away. And that's really gonna be hard for him because he's like, I'm trying to bully you. Get back here. You know. So
he's just gonna have to catch a nice slice, get in there, get the stun. So we did just get word. The players have resumed the game.
It's about a 5 minute.
So we got about another 3 minutes to go for us to fill time. We got plenty to talk about, though. Let's talk more about this bottom lane. Both supports starting with the 6 items. Thresh doesn't have the 1 ward anymore. So that's the only thing that's missing there. How do you envision this lane going? Because both of them have such great initiation, such good damage. such good poke.
Yep.
Who do you think is going to be able to come out on top of that?
Already right now, I know it's going to be blue side, because as of right now, look at where their positions are in the map. You have Ezreal and Leona already at the tower. It's because Ezreal took a bunch of damage by Rockblood and Jurose. I was actually watching
you
that
were looking,
on bot.
I can see on your screen you were down
and,
on the bot.
And Rockblood came up, he autoed him. Caitlyn actually had her headshot proc, used it on Ezreal, and then Q'd him on top of that as well, doing a ton of damage. Now they know that Leona has no sustain for Ezreal, which is going to be really hard for Ezreal since he picked up a Doran's Blade. His sustain is going to be extremely slow.
Yep.
And it's just going to be extremely rough for him.
Yeah, I mean, the Doran's Blade only gives you 3% life steal.
It gives you actually 5. It gives you
you
5 health.
Yeah, 5
every
health
time
on,
you attack.
Oh yeah, I forgot they
changed that.
Yeah, I derped on that one. I'm so used to having that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you're only getting the 5 per. So that's really going to take away a lot of what you're able to do.
Yep. And with that, they're going to bully him out. Obviously, he wanted to go for longer sustain. He wanted to go to where I have more health, and I can have. I'm not using gas with my pots. Yep. I'm more of I can have as many as they're going to be minions, and my Q will give me 5 health back as well. And he could have also spec'd into masteries for the lifesteal, and I don't know if I can check that right now actually. Yeah, let's check that. Lifesteal, actually yes, he has 2% lifesteal.
Okay, so that's gonna help him out,
which will help him out as well.
Yeah, so he's got two lifesteal or are the quints 1% or 2%?
The quints are, I do believe, 2%. I think you can have 6%, and either he has 1 or he has a bunch of what's it called, quintens, or not quints, but seals or marks or glyphs. Any of those.
You know, I'm actually pretty sure he's got just one lifesteal quint along with 2 AD quints. So we're actually, the pause is over, and it is going to be getting back into this. I'm going to have to fast forward. Wow, it jumped way back. I'm actually sitting at... yeah, unfortunately, it is a bug with the client. I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward. If anything goes down, I'll go ahead and
No, I'm at the same time as you. That's fine.
Oh, you are now?
Yep.
240. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
We are good to go. So, the game has resumed. Everyone trying to get a feel for their lane. We do see they actually went ahead and switched Renekton, sending him back down.
Yep.
Talon is up top. So suddenly LeBlanc is not doing too well anymore.
Yeah, because they knew that they would have that advantage with that. Actually
a lot of burst coming out there.
Yep, and
he's got to watch out for that.
Yep, and we have to really see the reaction time with Dude Asian and see if he's really going to be able to do anything. And wow, I hear me doing a lot of damage to Hannick.
Yeah, just completely
being
shredding through that armor.
Yeah, being that bully, and that's really what Renekton does, and he does shred armor actually very well. And I'm guessing they were hoping for that initially for that lane swap, so that Renekton was such a bully to LeBlanc, and Malphite would be fine. And wow, the Zenith Blade at full length.
Oh man, they're gonna be going and continue. No, they actually decided to go ahead and back out. They're gonna go ahead and push Jarvan out of this. I actually just want to point out just how wrong I was about LeBlanc. She's holding her own very well. She's getting her combos off and really doing her thing.
Yeah, and that's really nicely done by her. To me, she has a lot of mobility, which for Talon is kind of rough. Like, you're really looking to counter those APs that don't have a lot of mobility. And actually on bot, I was a little bit wrong here too, because Jurose is taking a lot of Q hits from Shadow Knight. And so if you look at Caitlyn, so actually extremely low right now. Having that Doran's Blade as well though is going to give him that little bit of sustain that he's looking for as well.
Oh, we do have a gank into the mid lane. Renekton is going to be caught out. They haven't used the combo yet. They actually just go ahead and let him slice away and back out of that one. And actually up top lane, it does look like he has a little fight has gone on. Talon is so low. He's not able to jump in with the silence, and it's really hurting him.
Yep, exactly. And actually on bot lane, here, Elise has been following Jarvan like friggin' white on white.
Totally
white on
that.
rice.
My bad.
And
I apologize.
He was actually down by her red, came up to gank Renekton, but Elise was right behind him, and that's why they let Renekton just get away. Because they knew that, oh, Elise is here to counter gank if need be. So let's just back that off and reset everything. But Elise then kept on following Jarvan in the jungle. And so he's going to be a big nuisance, and Jarvan's going to have a little bit of a rough time. He's already going to have to back.
Oh, actually, the hook lands. He jumps in. The Zenith Blade is actually going to go in. He is so low, but Thresh took a tower shot. It is really going to hurt him there.
Ooh.
Oh, he's the flash in, but the barrier is going to save him. Great job there by Shadow Knight.
Yeah, Shadow Knight doing a very nice job saving that barrier really for the last moment. Rockblood getting a little bit caught out and taking that turret hit, put him a little bit low and even out the score a little bit. But now on bot lane, they're going to have to leave, and that was that poke that I was talking about. Just utter domination, because Leona can't really do any damage to Caitlyn in response to Thresh's damage towards Ezreal. And Thresh does a lot of damage if you get a point in his Q, because it stacks up over a little bit of time, and then you do a ton of damage.
Oh, there is the jump in. She actually gets the silence, but takes just so much damage. He continues to go in. He pops the passive again from her. She actually goes ahead. That was dangerously close to LeBlanc getting a kill there. Elise is actually coming around, though. She has the spider form and the repel. The cocoon misses. Oh, this is not looking good. She walks right through a ward, so they know where she's going. And there is the repel. The flash, though. She has the distortion. The flash is going to come back in, though, from Elise. Oh, it only hits a spider, though. There's the jump in, and first blood goes to Talon.
Very nice job.
Oh, but in the mid lane. Oh, no. Actually, the Ignite goes. He pops his ultimate. Stuns him under tower. Oh, this is not looking good. Is he going to be able to go in? One more. Oh, and he gets the kill. They stun onto Malphite, and Talon is going to pick up him. Really great job turning this into a quick 3-for-1. Down in bottom lane, another fight going down. Fortunately, Caitlyn does manage to get away. Good for her. But Elise is coming down. Oh, she might run into Leona. She jumps up. She jumps in onto her. Is she going to be able to get the stun? She jumps in. There is the stun. A lot of damage coming out, but they're... Oh, man, he needs to jump away. Oh, he flashes in for the hook. Jumps in. He gets the play. Is he going to get under tower, though? That is going to be picked up for Cleveland Boy. But Thresh is going to pick up Ezreal. So... basically, a 1-for-1 fair trade. Really going to work out for both sides.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, both supports got that kill, but Thresh did a very nice job flashing and then hooking.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant job done by Rockblood there. Obviously, Ezreal died and Caitlyn didn't. Caitlyn's going to be able to see us a little bit here, but Jarvan should take this time for himself to either counter jungle or help, or take some a little bit of this XP on bot, and which he's going to do. And that's going to help him out a little bit from when he fell behind in mid lane. And they were just doing the right things at the right time, being at the right places where they need to be. And Ayermi really took that mid lane gank to his own advantage, because they went a little bit too deep, and he still had his ultimate, and he used that to his advantage.
Yeah, so they do go... Oh, actually, I take that back. I thought they were going to go ahead and keep the swap in, but they are sending LeBlanc back to the top lane.
Yep.
So Talon is going to face off against Malphite for just a little bit.
Yep, and they don't want that Talon versus LeBlanc, because that's really what they had earlier, and is not what they want, really.
Oh, actually, Leona goes in. She gets the stun. Caitlyn does 90 caliber net away. They are going to let her go, though. She's a little bit too far away, and just a little bit faster right now.
Yep, and Ezreal is not level 6 right away, and neither was Leona.
Talon is actually coming down, though. They did spot him out with a ward, you can see right here in front of Dragon, so that's going to deter that. Renekton is actually coming down, though. We might see him get pinched in. They're doing a lot of damage. Renekton comes in. He gets the stun, but he is going to go ahead and use his unstoppable force to get away, and he's going to be safe for just a little bit.
I don't think that was exactly necessary. Jarvan was coming up, and just the presence of Jarvan under the turret would have been fine for him, but I guess he decided to unstoppable force away. And if they dived, if he kept his unstoppable force, obviously the Jarvan knock of the unstoppable force, all of that would have been able to help him. But I still don't think that unstoppable force is really what they want.
Oh, they actually go in here. The box comes out. Are they going to try to go in? Leona tries to stop it. Oh, but here comes the spider. She's going to jump up right onto Leona and pick that one up for them, extending their lead now to 5-1.
Yeah, and they're really just making all the plays that they need to be. Again, Thresh being really strong, and
she goes ahead and pops Ace in the hole. Are they going to go in? He stayed a little too long. The hook lands, and that's going to be it for Shadow Knight. Oh,
Wow.
Just really unfortunate. He never should have stopped to go ahead and hit that. He should have just kept on running, and he would have been absolutely fine.
And I am actually pretty surprised at how long it took for Jarvan to get down there. I mean, Elise had stayed down there for a while. They knew that Elise was down there, and Jarvan really could have made a play if he actually came down by the try and knocked him up while they were taking aggro or something. And but didn't really want to, I guess. He was doing other stuff or whatever he needed to. And
so they do go ahead and pick up the first tower of the game in 10.5 minutes. They've extended their lead to just under 5K gold in just 10 minutes. Oh, she's actually going to be going in. The silence has been there. Unfortunately, really unfortunate for Talon. The snare went off just when he popped his ultimate, so he was not able to follow up with that. Had he been able to follow up with that, I'm pretty sure it would have been a dead LeBlanc.
Yeah, of course, but Talon just doing a lot of damage and bullying her out of that lane. Wow, just so much damage coming out of him. And now they're looking to get into the turret, which is going to give them more objectives. And the mid and bot turret is really what they want to help him with the objectives. And top, dude, Amazing takes that kill for himself.
Yeah, he does grab one, extending their lead to 7-1. 2 towers now. Things looking really bleak right now.
Yeah, it's looking rather grim, and obviously Wood5 grabbing that dragon for themselves after getting that mid, and that was what I was talking about before the kill on top. Was the bot and mid turrets are both high objectives after getting that bot and top or bot and mid turret. Sorry. And that's really going to pull them ahead so much right now. They're already over 6K gold ahead, and it's only 10 minutes. That is such a lead right now, and I really am hoping that that lacking strategy can really pull this through and start making a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, they really need to start getting on the ball, making some plays happen. I don't think we're going to see one right here as Caitlyn does go ahead and 90 caliber net away. That's going to keep her safe. There's no one really around for Caitlyn, though, to really go in with. So she's going to back off. I think she's going up top to try and help take this tower.
Yeah, and again, these world objectives are really going to be helping them snowball themselves even harder. Already have those kills, and them being on most of the right people. Obviously, Caitlyn not having any of those, but she's already 10 CS up ahead of her counterpart and doing quite a bit of damage to Hannick, and the rest of them are actually up here.
Oh, the hook just barely misses. She is going to pop ace in the hole. Talon is going to come in, though, pops everything, and he's going to pick up Hannick.
Yeah, and that puts him on a rampage. He's 4-0. Like, and he's looking for a last whisper already. That is so much damage that he's wanting to put out, and just really kind of to counter Malphite. Malphite taking that Warden's mail, and with that last whisper, it's going to really negate a lot of that damage there.
Yeah, they're trying to go in. She does get this. She actually only gets the first part of it. It did not stay long enough to get the snare. They didn't really know where everyone was, so it was actually a really good call not to. Had they actually known where everyone was, though, I'm pretty sure they would have gotten that kill.
Yeah, of course. And actually, Renekton was on bot and dealing with Shadow Knight there on bot, and took a few tower hits and also took a little bit of damage from Ezreal, and so he's a bit low there, and they might be caught out.
Yeah, the fight is going down. He is going to go in. He's popped the barrier. He jumps over the wall, but the flash is going to come in. And now here comes Shadow Knight's flash. Unfortunately, there is the Spider Queen, and she's going to pick that one up and get his killing spree of her own.
Wow, and I thought that Ayermi was going to get caught out, but he actually completely turned that around. Having that Tiamat and that Brutalizer and that Longsword, he has so much damage right now. He has 181 AD. That is a ton on a Renekton. That's and he has 114 CS and that's almost double more than anybody on the other team. There's so much that they're snowballing with this 9-1 lead. They're almost about 10K gold ahead, and it's really looking grim for strategy. Wow, a very nice lantern.
Oh, she actually still goes in with the Zenith Blade, but gets caught with everything. They're taking her down so fast. Everything comes across now. There's the dunk. It doesn't look like they're going to get Caitlyn, though. Here comes in Renekton. He's popping in everything, trying to get down Shadow Knight. He does go down. Oh, Ace of the Hole does come out along with Elise doing everything she can. Oh, he might actually get out. No, he doesn't. Elise is going to pick that up after the repel, and that is going to be a 3-for-0, and they're probably going to be able to get this tower now.
Yeah, that was just probably a little bit of a misplay by Leona. Leona missed the ult. Well, not technically didn't miss it, but the lantern was just such a nice save that that Leona really shouldn't have followed up with anything or tried to go on anybody. Obviously missing her ult, and her ult is actually pretty crucial to the Wombo combo for the initiation, actually. And a lot of people might not think that's it. I mean, obviously Jarvan can, but to have that ult, and then on top of that, after the ult, after they're either slowed or stunned, then they get knocked up by either Jarvan or Malphite with the Unstoppable Force, and then Jarvan cataclysms, and then a ton of damage goes down on them, but by that time, Leona took way too much damage, and it was so rough for them.
So it looks like they continue to push up. Renekton split pushing over here in the top lane. Nobody really around just yet. Ezreal and LeBlanc are coming around. They are going to be able to save the tower for now. He does go ahead and slice away. Talon has been pinged out. They know he's there. You see the ward right there. He also knows that the ward was there. He actually jumps in, throws everything. Is he going to be able to get down with the bleed? No, he is able to get it. He is going to be going down himself, though. He gets the slow, but the seismic shard from Malphite is going to pick it up. Unfortunately, though, that's only their second kill to the 13 for Wood5.
And that's got to be extremely frustrating for them. Be like, oh, we got a kill, but it's our second kill and we have no turret. Like, that would just be so like this. I would just be so depressed after that. I'd be like, no.
It does happen. It does seem to be disheartening to have awesome plays last game, get to the 1v4 Quadra, plus the Penta onto Caitlyn.
But they take your Renekton, and then it's these mind games, and then they're like, oh, great. Wow,
yeah,
Ayermi just does so much damage.
Yeah, the armor shred coming in is just so ridiculous, and it's destroying Malphite, who's just the armor king.
Yeah, and the main issue right now is that he has a bunch of armor, but he has no health to follow it up.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of things with tanks, is that a lot of people say, oh, he's got a lot of